Let's bring in Democratic Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro of Connecticut. She is the ranking member on the House Appropriations Committee. Congresswoman, thank you for joining us. We're almost a month away now from this next funding deadline. You're one of the key negotiators. Are Democrats willing to shut down the government over this gutting of federal agencies?
Well, first of all, thanks so much, Anna, for inviting me to come to be with you this morning. That's not the question. The issue is, are the Republicans going to shut down the government? I'm negotiating in good faith on the Appropriations Committee with my colleagues in the House and the Senate. And that's the way appropriations bills get done. You have to come to House, Senate, Republicans, and Democrats to agree and then get the bill to the president for signature. And we're negotiating on that. But and what we need to do is to look at the assurances that, in fact, once we do come to an agreement, that we will not have an interloper like Donald Trump or Elon Musk, or for that matter, the Speaker of the House saying the agreement is off. We will have come to the deal, being charged with our respective leadership to come up with an answer. And that's the direction and where we're going. We need the assurances that it won't be done, and we need to proceed forward. That's what I'm doing. The Republicans will make the decision whether or not they can move forward on the agreement that was made by Chuck Schumer and Mike Johnson about the increases for defense and non-defense in the budget. And when if we will adhere to that, we will move forward. I believe we can get there if they want to get there. It will be up to them whether or not this government shuts down.
Let me ask you more about the role of Elon Musk. President Trump praised Musk and all these government purges that we're seeing through his so-called Doge office. This is what he said in his Fox interview yesterday.
And I've had a great help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it. But I told him do that. Then I'm going to tell him very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. Then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse.
How do you respond to that?
Well, look, I think that, first of all, what I refer to Elon Musk as President Musk. And you've got the OMB director, Ross Vought. They're responsible for the chaos. And it's Project 2025. They're stealing appropriations. And to be honest, what people need to know is that taking the funds, stealing what are appropriated funds, runs into the daunting power, the power of the purse, which rests with the Congress, and that is in the Constitution of the United States. Do you think we're not going to fight back on that issue? But I think it was prescient what President Trump said today. The U.S. aid was just a skirmish. They're going after the Department of Education and limiting people's opportunity to get an education in this country, the dream of my parents, Irish, Italians, Polish, the entire, parents want their kids to get the best of an education, and they're going to deny it. We are going to respond to it, and we are responding to it.
Russell Vought was recently confirmed as Trump's budget chief. I know you've sparred with him over the last few years. One of his first acts was to install himself as the acting head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, basically pause its functions. There is a lawsuit speaking right now that's underway to block it. But is it enough for Democrats and federal workers to pin everything on the courts, especially considering President Trump and Vice President Vance could be laying the groundwork to ignore these court rulings?
Well, Anna, we are not only relying on the courts. As Norm Eisen pointed out, the courts, the American people, I would add the Congress, will not let this succeed. And the courts are important. And we will be in the House. While we do not have standing to sue, we are working with the organizations that are bringing suit. We will file amicus briefs. So we will use the courts are critically important in this area. The other piece of that is the outrage of the American public. And when you think about there is the legal issue, but you have to think about what the what are the repercussions to American families? You take education. You're looking at denying people school lunches. You are taking the opportunity for a college education if you cut Pell Grants. You cut student financial aid. There are a whole range of what these services do for the American public. That's the word that has to get out. When you cut education, you cut you cut Title I, 72,000 teachers nationwide are gone. Your kid may be in a classroom that doesn't have a teacher. Special education for developmentally challenged kids, that will be cut. What happens to those kids? But again, it's U.S. aid, it's education, they're going to go to Medicaid, and it is about the effect of what happens in the lives of American people, of middle-class families, of working families, of what is going to happen to their ability to be able to survive both economically and to be able to have a future going forward. That is what they are doing. They are dismantling the federal government, which will deny the American people the services and the resources that allow them to help to raise their families, have a secure economy, and a secure future for themselves.
Democratic Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro of Connecticut, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We appreciate you joining us.